even we have businesses within businesses. At Marmon, don't we have 97 different businesses, for example?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, and there are some that weren't doing that well before. And I'm not talking about Marmon specifically, but they got a couple of them, and there's a couple of, and it may be that in effect what's happened in the last couple of months has accelerated the decline of those businesses, or their customers are developing different habits. I mean, people are developing different habits in retail. There's no question about that. Now, that doesn't mean we haven't got a bunch of good retail businesses, but there are businesses that were having problems before, and that have even greater problems now. We don't own our newspapers anymore, but we're financing Lee Enterprise, which does have them. We've actually increased our investment in the newspaper business by selling the papers to Lee and then refinancing their debt. And the newspaper business was having plenty of problems with both circulation and advertising before the virus came along, but advertising declines every place have accelerated fairly dramatically. And when the automobile industry stops, the auto dealers don't advertise as much. It's made certain businesses that were tough before even tougher now. And there will be, in the management of at least one of the subsidiaries has suggested to us, and so there'll be some changes at a few businesses, but they're very small businesses. Our major businesses and our business of intermediate size, I can't think of anything that's of significance that won't reopen. But it won't be any fun with the businesses where the world has really changed. You're seeing a lot of change. If you own a shopping center, you've got a bunch of tenants that don't want to pay you right now. We don't, and the supply and demand for retail space may change fairly significantly. The supply and demand for office space may change significantly. A lot of people have learned that they can work at home, or that there's other methods of conducting their business than they might have thought from what they were doing a couple of years ago. And when change happens in the world, you adjust to it.
Yeah, I think go ahead.
Becky, I think Greg won. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to add on the Marmon example, our 97 companies there. For example, we have a food service group which sells equipment to a variety of the restaurants. We have a few businesses that realistically were challenged when the industry was performing really well. And as we come out of the crisis, their economic prospects aren't going to be better. And in fairness to the teams and the employees in there, they understand that and they're working through it, and there'll be other opportunities potentially within the company, within Marmon and things like that. But there's a very specific answer or example relative to the question.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.